So Denise and I actually were in Hawaii 2 weeks ago, and I had a couple of good ideas. Now, I'm always looking to expand and build something bigger, also looking at kind of lowering my overhead. So right now in Vegas, there's a lot going on, and our city's evolving so fast. And I have kind of a pessimistic, I don't know, I guess a pessimistic attitude about the future of Las Vegas, just because over the past few years, I've just seen a lot of interesting events happen, and I don't really want to be on the wrong side of that. So, if you guys know my company's history, I actually had a small operation right here in Waikiki. That's where we're at right now. So, on, let's see, yesterday, we came out here because two reasons. First reason is that I wanted to, well, it's summertime and enjoy the weather. And trade.
This is officially the last trip that we can take.
Yeah, so of course it's the last trip that we could take because she's 27. I was going to say 27 weeks pregnant, and at 30 weeks, 29, 30, 31, 32, those they actually don't let you get on airplanes because I guess the altitude changes so much. You know, babies just pop out, right? So if you ever want to have a baby, I guess go on an airplane. Anyway, so we came out here because I wanted to take that time. So our last week to really try, but I also wanted to do a little bit of business here because there's so many people in Waikiki now. Typically, it's a lot of Japanese because the duties and the taxes and all that stuff here is a lot less than over there. So they come here. I mean, literally while we're walking, if I walk down right here, so we're going the other way because I need to rent a car, but from here down that way, you pass 7 or 8 Louis Vuitton stores, okay? That's insane, all right? Now, places like this, you guys see, this is really nice, really beautiful. This is the Ritz-Carlton right here where we're staying. And it's nice. This is actually a condo hotel tower, so you can actually own them and then rent them when you're not there. Places like this is kind of what I need, right? There's a driveway right there with some removable ballast. Has a lot of open space, a lot of glass. You know, this is huge, okay? This is like a restaurant, right? So we're not really looking for that big, but down, let's see. Yeah, so this street's called Kalakaua. So down that street is like the famous Waikiki beach. That's like the most popular beach in Waikiki. So down there, I wanted to maybe see if I can get some retail space. So I was here about 2.5 years ago, that literally, like the day Carly was born, we kind of opened out here, and it wasn't really a good thing for me because being a dad was more important. So I said, you know what, when she gets old enough, I'll be able to travel more and I'll come back. But now we're having another one. So I guess ultimately there is never a right time. And but the team is growing, and I think it's a good time to go here. So we're looking at here, we're looking at Miami, we're looking at Newport Beach, which we've been looking at for a little while, possibly like a Santa Monica style, and Texas, okay? So those 4 areas for me are the most appealing, right? I know this market really well already because I did a lot of research before I came here. So I'm kind of gung-ho about Hawaii. I like this business. So before I keep talking forever, we're gonna look around and we're gonna do some fun vacation stuff. But right now, we're gonna head over to the dealership. It was called JN, and now it's called Velocity. So I don't know if you guys know, but I actually do some decent business with JN, and that's kind of actually where I got my SF90 allocation. So they did a great job, and they always offer me really cool allocations on new stuff, and I've done a couple of new cars from them before, so this is no different. And I'm gonna go over there. I haven't even been to their new building yet. I haven't been to their new building because it just opened 2 years ago, and I haven't been back to Waikiki since I left. So we've been going to Maui this whole time, and it's time to take a look at the new showroom. so crazy. Anyway, so that was Sergio. He's my guy here at Velocity, and we've been working together for a while. I actually bought a Lotus from him when I lived here in Hawaii as a cable guy like 7-8 years ago. So he's been working here ever since, and he actually has his own little detailing, the biggest detailing business on the island, and he's been great to us. So we kind of spec'd out the SF90 a little bit right now, but the configurator isn't really up to date and really built out with all the options. There's an option that's similar to YSOC on the new SF90. That's like a full race option, which I will be getting for sure because, well, why wouldn't you want a race car if you could get one, right? So that's gonna be a really good option. And also, I don't know, I'm thinking to go, you know, resell red's kind of stupid now. I think resell red's over. And I think all the guys that are buying Ferraris are looking to get driver's cars or those things, but I'm gonna go white, probably white. The white 488 we have with red interior just looks 10x better than the red one with tan interior. And I think the same is gonna happen with this new SF90. We're looking at white with a red interior, black roof, black wheels, real modern Ferrari, right? I want that car to just look and scream me. And currently, that's how I'm feeling. Or maybe Tour de France blue with like a red interior. That's an option too. So I'm gonna take Denise and Carly, which is still sleeping, to sushi, and that's what we're doing. So right here, and I don't know if you can see it, but it just goes as far back as you can see. This is just people living in tents at the ocean parks. It's crazy. I mean, literally, like, I don't want to like say I'm like the homeless problem, but this is a real thing. Like, this is one of the most beautiful landscapes in all of America, and the state just lets like hundreds of people live in tents on the ocean. And I'm not really hating on it, but like at the same time, you know, I don't know. I don't feel like that's probably the right thing to do. You know, I think that keeping these places beautiful is probably a little bit more important than putting a bunch of tents. And it's not just the tents, right? It's like all the junk that comes along with the tents. You know, if you guys look over here, you can see just people just pile junk everywhere in Hawaii. Like, I feel like there's like not a trash service here. It's pretty unique. It's just a pretty unique place. This is the part about Hawaii that is just so amazing. I mean, besides the beaches and all of the great things to do outside, you have some amazing driving roads. I mean, the view, but the quality of the roads too are actually really good. We're headed to a tunnel right now, but just look up and you see the mountains on our right hand side, just, you know, thousands of feet to the right. We have the edge of the, you know, the earth right here, and it's just unbelievable. Just blue as far as you can see. Okay, so this here is the Royal Hawaiian shopping mall, and there is a little bit of interest between myself and this particular mall to put in not only just a store, but a possible rental operation, and I'm considering it. And that's why I flew here for the 2 days to check it out. But unfortunately, it's so busy right now. They've literally closed this road. They've got a huge festival going on. I'm not going to be able to show you guys where I used to be 3 years ago when I opened up kind of like a pop-up location. So we did a 90-day test in a mall down the road over here, okay? And it didn't do bad. It did okay. But I had Carly, okay, say hi. At the exact same time we opened this pop-up location, and I felt it was better to be a father than a traveling businessman. And so I ended up taking the cars back to Vegas, which we needed at the time anyways. We couldn't really it was better to have the 8 cars in Vegas than it was to have the 8 cars here. And it didn't do bad. It was fine. But I've always wanted to come back here, and my 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th location that will be opening, this is a good option. But maybe Maui is a better option. And so we're headed to the airport here in about 30 minutes to fly off to Maui and kind of check that market out. Now, me and Denise had a family vacation in Maui 2 weeks ago, and we really didn't leave the resort too much. So I didn't do any business or anything. And let me tell you something. There's 2 differences between Maui and Waikiki. Okay, if you guys can see, it's gonna be hard. But all of Waikiki is a legit like a full-blown shopping mall. Okay, the entire street. It is like the Las Vegas Strip down here. And when we get about 6 cars up over here, you guys are gonna get to see all these people. I mean, there's gotta be, within sight, 10+ thousand people. So you gotta think, like, the amount of people in numbers makes sense for us to be here, right? Because, like, out of all these people walking around, now there's not that many people in this mall over here that I'm talking about, and a lot of these people are high-end shoppers, like the Louis Vuitton and all of the kind of designer brands. The people down here at the beach are, well, beachgoers, but at the same time, they're potentially not really the clients that that we're looking for. So you guys can see.
Ooh, I want to go there. It looks like a food truck festival or something.
It kind of does, actually.
Yeah, like people they're gonna start walking down the street and they're selling things.
Yeah.
That wasn't there yesterday. We should go check it out.
Okay, so we may or may not go over there and check it out. But my point is that you see here, there's just a massive amount of people in this area. And in Maui, it's the opposite of that. But opposite may not be bad. Now, bear with me, and I'll show you guys that tomorrow.